Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and happy Halloween. It's finally the last day of October, October 31st, Halloween. So, hope you guys out there are enjoying your Halloween so far. And so, in today's movie review for Halloween, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this horror movie which came out in 2013, and this is also an anthology film as well. Yeah, because I already reviewed Trick or Treat, like the movie Trick or Treat, like years ago. I think back in like 2021 when I first watched it. But then after two more rewatches, after revisiting it like recently, for like the third time, pretty much, that movie basically grew on me. Like I now think Trick or Treat is a great movie, and I like it even more now. Yeah, and nowadays I would rate Trick or Treat 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about in today's review for Halloween. So I just got done revisiting the original Halloween. Got my Halloween shirt on. Still a classic, my all-time favorite horror movie. I also enjoy the David Gordon Green like the David Gordon Green movie that came out in 2018. That's still good, and the only good one in the trilogy, which yeah. But I'm not here. I'm not here to talk about all kinds of horror movies. So let's get back on track on staying topic for today's horror movie review to wrap this whole spooky season up. So in this review, I'm going to be reviewing the 2013 horror anthology film All Hallows Eve. Yep, that's what it's called. All Hallows Eve. So in this movie is presented as a series of shorts and in this movie that takes place on Halloween night. After a night out trick-or-treating, we follow these two kids named Tia and Timmy, and together they're actually being oh yeah, and also they're actually being babysat by this girl named Sarah, and Sarah's basically babysitting them. And so when they get home, when the kids get home from trick-or-treating, Tia and Timmy are surprised to find an unmarked VHS tape that came in their candy bag. And so at first Sarah's concerned about this on God knows, like on who knows what's on the tape, but then of course they decide to watch the tape anyway. And so the VHS tape begins that contains like 3 stories that featuring a killer clown known as Art the Clown. Yeah, believe it or not, guys, like the first short that's presented in this movie is called The Ninth Circle, which came out in 2008. And this movie is actually the debut appearance of Art the Clown. Yeah, this was before the Terrifier movies, and Damien Leon actually directed this movie. So, and of course, the tape features 3 stories that featuring Art the Clown, and so, and basically through much of the stories, you get like a bunch of gory, brutal slashes and kills that thanks to like that Art the Clown kills off. And yeah, this movie's pretty much an anthology film, and yeah, and plus the movie's not long either. It's like a very short movie, but I don't mean short. I mean that this movie's like pretty much like over like an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, so that's pretty much all you need to know about All Hallows Eve. So yeah. I actually just watched this movie on Amazon. I actually rented this movie off of Amazon like while I was at the beach, so like I think last week. And I gotta say, this was actually a pretty good movie. I thought this was actually a pretty interesting horror anthology film. And sure, nowadays I think it's like it's not as good as Trick or Treat, but I still think this was a good start featuring Art the Clown. Yeah, Damien Leon actually directed this movie, and this was actually the origin of Art the Clown, which some of you guys may think All Hallows Eve, it kind of feels like a prequel to Terrifier. Yeah, when you think about it, it kind of does. It's technically a prequel to Terrifier because this was actually before the events of the 2016 film Terrifier, the first one, and the Terrifier trilogy is basically like a continuation of Art the Clown. And yeah, and I gotta say, when it comes to anthology films, I thought this was pretty good. Regardless, I thought this was a pretty good horror movie because I actually had myself enjoying this movie, and it was well paced too, and yeah, And of course, the third and last short featured in this movie is actually called by the same name, Terrifier, which the Terrifier short that came out in 2011. And yeah, and I gotta say, Damien Leone actually does a good job directing this movie, like the way he puts effort into this movie. And sure, this movie kind of did get mixed reviews from critics, but you know what? I don't care. I thought this was a good movie, and I gotta say, the acting was also pretty good too. I gotta say that, like, the kids who played Tia and Timmy, they both did a good job in this film. And the girl who played the babysitter Sarah in this film, she was good. And the guy that's playing Art the Clown in this movie, it's not David Howard Thornton, because David Howard Thornton played Art the Clown in the Terrifier movies 1, 2, and 3. So it's actually a different guy playing Art the Clown in this movie, but I thought he did pretty good. And the only short in this movie that technically doesn't feature Art the Clown on screen until the very end was actually called Something in the Dark. Yeah, that's the second short that plays in this movie. Like when after Sarah sends the kids to bed and continues watching the tape. And yeah, because like Something in the Dark actually ends with like a portrait of Art the Clown, which is kind of like the one on the DVD cover. Because this movie is actually a direct-to-video film that came out in like 2013. And yeah, I thought this is a pretty enjoyable enough Halloween horror movie. And yeah. So what else can I say about this film? Well, Damien Leone not only directed this movie, but he also wrote it, and of course he also came up with the story and edited this film too. Yeah. Oh yeah, and plus I've also read in comments about when I was watching this movie, and since I am aware they're going to be making a fourth and possibly the final installment of the Terrifier franchise. They're actually making a Terrifier 4, which could possibly be the last one in the franchise, and someone actually said that Terrifier 4 is actually gonna to talk about like Art the Clown's backstory on why he became like a psychotic homicidal clown. Yeah. But yeah, so regardless, overall, All Hallows Eve was a good horror movie released in 2013. A good direct-to-video horror movie, and I'm gonna give All Hallows Eve 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's a good movie in my opinion. I liked it. So yeah, if you just want to watch something quick for Halloween, if you got Halloween plans tonight, then I say that this might be a good one to check out, just to kill some time. And yeah, and in case you Terrifier, in case some of you guys out there, like, Terrifier fans out there have not seen this film, I say this is a good one to check out. Yeah. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for my review on All Hallows Eve. Hope you guys liked it, and with that being said, thanks for watching as always, and if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, have a great happy Halloween, and goodbye everybody, and that's about it.